Alright, I want to create opening for the neck. So when sew the neck in next tutorial, we have an opening for a neck. So it fit there. So there is a few ways to create segment points. Let me just switch to this tool. These round things are called segment points. And to create segment points, there is a tool which is add points split line tool, and anywhere you click you are going to create a segment point. Segment point can be used to create shapes. I just click here to create this kind of sharp lines, or they can be converted to curve points to create round lines. So I am going to show you first how to make curve V neck, then I show you how to make curve neck. So as you hover over line, you see the gray dot following your cursor, and you also see two purple number which showing you that the new length going to be. So if I click here, you can see this length split into two lines, and right one is 200 something, left one is 100 something. So if you want to get perfect middle, if you want to split line into two equal parts, here actually I get middle, but let's say you cannot, sometime it is very difficult, then easiest thing is to click is right click, and you can get the split line pop up showing you what right one and one line length two which is left will be. If you want to get perfectly in middle, the easiest thing is to type in 50%, and they got perfect point in the middle. There is also two more options. I cover this one first. This option split lines according to the number you type here, so 2 or 4, for which create 4 splits, which is very useful when you want to do sew different thing into equal parts to make flat or other kind of swing thing. You can split into 8 or more what you need. So 2 will create perfect middle and split by length. This option I hardly use in my workflow. It almost like cut from point. I just put the point here. Now let's say we want 100. When I put 100, it's going to try to give 100 from this point to the left and to the right, and the remaining part, as my total length is 400, if I put 120, is going to attempt from this point to give 120, and here whatever left is, and here whatever is left. So it is almost like from the point you click to the left and to the right, it you give length, and after that it will give whatever left, as like here and here. Here I put 160. You can go in reverse direction, as like here. So I want to add a point for my neck. I want to add a point here and here, and a point in the middle, so we can make v-neck. So we can type length we want. This is 140. Now make close 140 here, and then click in, type 140, and in the middle I just type 50%. Now to move the segment point, go to edit pattern tool. So I am clicking on this point, and you can click on view or the lines end point. You can select 2 points by holding shift. Now select middle one, and I am holding shift to make it straight. So it cannot go wrong. Now I just put it here. Now to create curve neck from this, there is a few ways to create curves. One would be right click, convert to curve point, then you get curve neck. The other would be let me convert to curve point, and now I edit its curve. So this is the edit curvature, which is like simple curve which doesn't have much control. It's good for making simple curves, but it's not that good at all as compared to other which I cover in a second. So if you want to constrain it to middle line, it doesn't work it. You can pull it in any direction you want. If you want to make more rounded, that is not really that helpful. Now I am pulling around and stretching, but it doesn't work correctly. Alright, when you switch to this tool, edit curve point tool, you see that actual point we click, we set a segment point, or if you didn't set a segment point, let's just delete that button, and we just curvature tool to drag out the neck. When you switch to edit curve point, you see a point where you clicked. You can control and change with that point. Let's just delete that. So switching to edit curve point, wherever you click, you can set a curve point, and now if you hold shift, you can actually constrain it like you did for segment point. You can also add more point to make the exact shape you want. You can make cool shapes like that. Just undo that. These points will disappear that moment you switch to curvature, edit curvature, or any other transform tool. They don't show. They only show when you are on edit curve point. That's why they have a point on icons. Now you can change them. It hard to align these points symmetrically. Then you can always change grid size, turn them to 5. So this is very useful. You can zoom in and align them on grid accurately to get symmetric shape. Or V-neck. You can use edit curvature on any lines. To which tool you prefer? I do prefer edit curvature point just because it has so much control over my curves. I am going to cut holes for sleeves. Then move on next tutorial where we want to start sewing together dress. Copy pattern to make back pattern, and at last sew together to make a basic dress. And I explain all about sewing tools. Now I am going to grab split tool and make her armhole. To get exact length, I just right click and there type in and repeat on other side. And there we get armholes.